Nelson, president of the Williston Area Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here today with a very special guest. Some of you know her very, very well. Others may get to meet her pretty soon. So, Calli Thorne, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thanks for having me, Anna.
Yeah. So some of you may know Calli. She's our mental health first aid facilitator. But we're bringing her to Williston for a brand new reason on June 28th. She is going to be our keynote speaker at our farm to table dinner. So Calli, just share with us a little bit about what attendees can expect and what you hope they leave the event with.
Right. Well, I just have to say thank you to you guys for having this event because I remember the first time I heard about a farm to table event. I think it was one in North Dakota, but it was quite a few years ago. And I kept thinking we need to have some of these local to help share our story. And I think that's what I'm most excited about is being able to just have conversation with people who maybe aren't in this industry. Maybe they're not tied to agriculture anymore. Maybe they had parents or grandparents or great grandparents, of course, who were in the industry. But I think it's always fun to really make that connection and have that conversation with the consumer, the people who are going to the grocery store, many of the kids, right, who think that that's where food comes from, but giving them that bigger picture of, okay, where does it start though? What does that look like? And that's what I'll get to share a little bit about because we farm and ranch here up in the Watford City area. And so I'm really excited that you guys are having this event and that I get to come share with everybody there.
Yeah, I'm so excited because I've known you for a while now, but to actually get to hear about your operation is I'm really excited because that's something I've never heard about before. And you do have, correct me if I'm wrong, but you do have a direct to consumer
Yep.
product.
Yeah. So it's kind of fun, our operation, because we for decades have had cow calf operation, but then in the last maybe 10, 15 years or so, we've been able to expand that even more. So we are not only cow calf operation, but we also have a backgrounding feedlot. Plus, we run some yearlings and do some different things on some of our grass. But we also, when COVID hit in about suppose that was March of 2020, we decided to start selling more beef directly to consumer and really get our retail license and stuff. And so that has been kind of a whirlwind and a fun thing that we've gotten to do and an opportunity to be able to connect with people that way. And it's fun to hear. You learn a lot, I think, as the producer, right? Because we know what we're doing, we know what we've always done and why we do it, how we do it, from the animal care practices to the environment and all of those things. But when we started selling in 2020, it really opened my eyes, I think, to the public wants to know more and they want to understand it better, what we're doing every single day. And so that's what we'll get to do is share a little bit of that and what that journey has looked like as well along the way.
There's so much that goes into, I mean, all of the farming and ranching, but you can't do it alone. You don't do it alone. You have so many people and companies and things that you work with, right? Like
Mhm.
it's a big community.
Oh, and I think that's the thing, because sometimes people will just, especially coming from the beef side of it, people will say, hey, we want some beef and we want it on this date, and it's like, well, it's not that easy, right? From whether it's the whole calving thing when we're calving, but it is such a logistical, um, it's a hard thing to do logistically because it's when will the animals be finished and ready to go to butcher? When do the butchers have openings, which I'm sure people heard about, how much that was backlogged. And even now it can be tricky to get in. And so just trying to align all of that, plus just the whole business side of it. Do we have deposits? What kind of cuts do they want? What's it going to look like? How much are they getting? What's the prices? I mean, just business wise, there's a lot to it as well and stuff. So it's been a fun learning curve for us, but it's been a lot of fun getting to connect with consumers, answer their questions, and help them understand what we do, how we do it, why we do it, and just hearing all, of course, all the awesome feedback on the beef that we produce and they're feeding their families.
Calli is a Maxwell speaker as well, so she's a wonderful communicator, a wonderful human being, and I think it'll just be a fabulous night to come out hear about her operation, but just to hear about that world in general, because there's so
Mhm.
much that goes into it, and it's literally a whole different world. So thank you, Calli, so much. And is there anything else you want our viewers to know before we take off?
No, I'm just excited for the whole evening. I think that's one thing that I love to do is, I mean, I have the opportunity to connect with a lot of people in the ag industry, of course, the beef segment as well. But I always love getting to connect with people or families or whoever it might be, and just giving them that opportunity to ask questions and understand it a little bit more, because the average person is several generations removed from agriculture. And so they don't have that opportunity anymore to, maybe dad or grandpa or whoever isn't on a family operation anymore. And so to be able to come and ask those questions and visit with someone about what it looks like now, we're just happy to answer those questions and help share the story and educate people along the way.
Yeah, and we are building in time for those questions. So you guys come with your questions, and you can do a little research. Maybe Triangle M Ranch and Feedlot, correct?
Yep.
Is your operation. So yeah, you get to hear from Calli, talk to her. We're gonna have a drone demonstration from Train ND Northwest. We're gonna have a true farm to table dinner. And we have so many partners and sponsors to thank in this. It's put on by our agriculture committee, and then we also are partnering with the Williams County Soil Conservation District and so many others. So thank you, Calli, for being part of it. Thank you to everyone who is also a part of it. And I can't wait to share your story with everybody on June 28th.